If you've ever felt exhausted, no matter how much you rest, struggled with anxiety and mood swings that seem to come out of nowhere, and you found that your usual workouts leave you wiped out instead of energized, this episode is for you. I used to think that my body changes meant that something was wrong with me until I realized they were messages, signals, leading me to more energy, clarity, and a deeper sense of freedom. I'm Stephanie Hutchins-White, and now as a women's health mentor, holistic nutrition coach, and energy practitioner, I help women over 40 decode their symptoms and hormones and trust their body's wisdom so they can feel, look, and sleep their best. In the You Being You podcast, we're not here for quick fixes or one-size-fits-all solutions. This is where science meets intuition, where we get to rewrite the old stories about aging, and where you get to take back your power one small step at a time. Join me and my guests each week as we uncover the missing links to your symptoms, dive deep into the mind-body connection, and explore how to thrive naturally at every stage of life. Your body is beautiful and it knows what it's doing. Get ready to unlock the energy you've been missing and have fun along the way. Pull up a seat. This is the You Being You podcast. Hey there, and welcome back to the You Being You podcast. I am Stephanie Hutchins-White, your host, and if you're new here, I am so glad you found this space. Today we're talking about something that took me a while to catch on to. I was focused so much on nutrition and exercise and recovery that I didn't really pay much attention to this. And it's critically important, especially during perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, when our hormones are all over the place and nutrition is not going to cut it alone, exercise is not going to do it alone. We need, and even lifestyle balance is not going to cut it. We need nervous system balance. If you've ever felt exhausted, no matter how much you rest, struggled with anxiety and mood swings that seem to come out of nowhere, and you found that your usual workouts leave you wiped out instead of energized, this episode is for you. I know this feeling all too well. A few years ago, I was doing what I thought was the right thing for my body. Running short distances, no longer long distances, sprinkling in some weight training, and getting up early in the morning to get in my early morning walks, thinking I was doing all the right things for my body. But suddenly nothing seemed to work anymore. Things were changing, things were shifting. My energy tanked. I needed naps all the time again. I gained weight, not because of food, but because I couldn't work out at the level that my body had been used to. What I didn't realize was that my nervous system was completely out of balance. I took time, of course, but once I started working with it instead of against it, everything changed. Not only did my energy come back, but I actually healed my autoimmune disorder, hypothyroidism, and here's the cool part. I did it while in menopause. So today, I want to break this down for you. What the nervous system really does, how you can tell if yours is out of balance, and most importantly, what you can do about it starting today. So let's keep this simple. Think of your body like a car. Your nervous system is the engine. It determines how fast and how slow you can go, how efficiently you use your energy, and whether you're running smoothly or breaking down. There are two main parts to this system. There is the sympathetic nervous system. Think of it as the gas pedal. It kicks in when you need to be alert, react quickly, and deal with stress. It's great when you need it, but if it's constantly on, it burns you out. That was me, always in motion, doing things I thought were healthy, like walks and weight training, but I was still running my body on the gas pedal to the metal a little bit too much. When we push our body like this, always on the run, we either become completely worn down and stop, or worse, we keep pushing and our nerves become strained and on high alert. It's as if the gas pedal gets stuck in the on. Then we have the parasympathetic nervous system. This is the brake pedal, and it helps your body slow down, digest, rest, and restore. It's what allows you to feel calm and at ease. The key to a balanced nervous system is knowing when to press the gas and when to tap the brakes. The problem? Many of us are stuck with the foot on the gas, running on stress and adrenaline without giving our body the chance to hit the brakes and truly rest. So let me ask you, what happens when you go to bed at night? Do you fall asleep in 3 minutes or 10 minutes? If you fall asleep in 3, it's a really good sign that you may be heading to burnout and the gas pedal may be stuck in the on position. To help you reset that gas pedal, try adding some restorative time into your day. Think slow walks, meditation, and even a quick nap can help. Maybe have a cup of tea and watch the rain or snow fall. The key here is to take real breaks. No more screen time or another workout. That's not what your body needs if you're falling asleep in 3 minutes. So let's say you're falling asleep in 3 minutes or even 10 minutes, and then you wake up a few hours later and toss and turn all night long. Restless sleep like this is your wired but tired state. Your nervous system is also on high alert. Again, more restorative time is in order, and look back at your day. Was it really active? 2 common bedtime culprits that I see with my clients is 1, eating too close to bedtime, and 2, exercising too close to bedtime. The problem with each is that your sleep is a time to rest and recharge. If your body is working on either digesting that late meal or working on the recovery from your late exercise, your body won't be given the time to rest and recharge that it needs. You end up waking groggy and tired. So, if your nervous system is out of balance, you'll feel it, sometimes in ways that seem unrelated. When I'm coaching women with an imbalance, the first thing we look at is what I call mindful metrics. This is our sleep, our moods, our hunger, our energy, and our cravings, those 5 metrics. So let me run through the 5 metrics and tell me if you feel like your system is unbalanced. You have fatigue. You have low energy. No matter how much sleep you get, you still feel drained. Anxiety, or feeling like you're on edge all the time. Your mind won't slow down. Hunger and cravings. You have sudden hunger and cravings for no reason, especially for sugar and carbs, and especially after you've eaten a really good, healthy meal. So there's no reason to have hunger or cravings. Sleep that's restless, that is disjointed, and you have that night waking from 2 to 4 o'clock, or you fall asleep way too quickly in 3 minutes or less, is a really good sign of imbalance. Stubborn weight gain, especially around the tummy when workouts are no longer working for you the way they used to. Mood swings, small things are starting to set you off, or you feel emotionally drained at the end of the day. To be honest, my moods was the worst thing that I remember most intensely when my system was really off balance. My swings could be intense. So no, you are not alone, especially if you're feeling any one of these changes more intense than the other. It's normal, and there are lots of simple changes that you can make to make it a lot easier. What I didn't know was that my mood swings are an indicator of an imbalance in the wood energy, the liver, according to traditional Chinese medicine. And when I started making changes in this area, the shift in my moods and then my brain fog seriously felt like a small miracle. The third shift was when my energy came back online. For me, exhaustion was my biggest clue. I kept trying to push through. But what I really needed was to pause and reset my nervous system. So what did I do differently to get back on track? I learned about energy medicine and started adding in new nervous system tools. I began with meridian stretches, which I now teach inside my coaching, along with energy clearing exercises. I was able to get my system back into balance, and the best part is you can too. So the good news is you don't need a massive overhaul to start feeling better. Small daily shifts is what I love teaching women to do that can bring your system back into balance. So here are a few I want to share with you today. Breathing exercises, a simple way to calm down your nervous system instantly. So before bed, or if you do that 2 a.m. wake up time, try this one. Try breathing in for 3, out for 4. Then do in for 4, out for 5, and just keep going until it feels natural for you. If you want to go up to the number of 7, breathing in for the count of 7 and out for the count of 8, and then go back down again. So then you would go up to 6 and then breathe out for 7, go up for 5, and down for 6. So just work with that kind of breathing exercise. It's very good to bring your brain to stop thinking and focus on your breathing, as well as calming your nervous system with the breath. A second way is grounding. So during the day, walk barefoot on the grass outside for even just a few minutes, touching your skin. You can learn all sorts of different exercises in the Flourish Academy where we learn to touch your skin. And I'm going to share with you down in the show notes, I'll put a link for the 3 thumps routine, which is one I love to teach women because it is so simple to do. It is balancing to your energy system, but it also, you can do it in the grocery aisle and nobody is going to notice. A third energy technique is a gentle stretching like meridian stretches, Tai Chi, or even deep belly breathing, just because it's going to move the energy and shift you into rest and repair mode. The meridian stretches is the most requested and talked about system that I teach inside the Flourish Academy because it is easy to do and remember, and I teach people how to do it even in front of the TV. Number 4 is nourishing foods. Include magnesium-rich foods into your diet like leafy greens, nuts, and dark chocolate. Now, don't eat too much of that dark chocolate too close to bedtime. Number 5 is reduce stimulants like caffeine and sugar. I know this is a tough one, but simply being mindful of only drinking 1 cup a day can have a really big impact on your body. You might wonder why this is so important. And it's because of how strong your adrenal glands are. They dictate how much energy you can have in a day. And guess what depletes your adrenals? Yeah, you got it. Caffeine. So include the magnesium-rich foods like leafy greens, nuts, and chocolate. Reduce the caffeine and notice a difference. So as I mentioned, I have my daily go-to practice is the quick 2-minute 3 thumps routine in the morning. It's an energy balancing technique that helps you wake up your body in a way that supports your nervous system. It works exactly like acupuncture does, but by using your hands. So it's called acupressure. And it works by sending electrochemical impulses to your brain and releasing neurotransmitters. The 3 thumps can activate a sequence response that will restore you when you're tired, increase your vitality, and keep your immune system strong amid stress. So I'll share a video link to the method in the show notes. All right, my friend, now it's your turn. I want you to pick one of the things that I shared today in today's episode. Maybe it's the breathing technique, the grounding technique, or even the 3 thumps, and even just noticing when your body needs rest instead of pushing. And I'd love to hear how it goes. Share what's going on in our community. DM me on Instagram and tag me in your stories. Let's start listening to our bodies and giving them the support they need. Thank you for being here, and please subscribe to our podcast so that you never miss an episode. I'll see you next time for another episode of the You Being You podcast, Why We Do This Together. Thanks for listening to this episode of the You Being You podcast. If you found something helpful, share it with a friend who needs to hear it. And if you're loving the podcast, I'd be so grateful if you left a review. It helps more women like you tune in and trust their wisdom. Speaking of wisdom, your body is always giving you clues. And if you're curious about what they're saying, take the Hidden Clues quiz. It's a fun way to unlock your energy type and get some answers. You'll find the link in the show notes. And if you're ready for deeper support, the Flourish Academy is where we do this work together, helping women 40 plus feel better, have more energy, and actually enjoy their bodies again. I'll add a link to learn more in the show notes. Until next time, keep trusting yourself and keep being you.